Let's have a conversation. What's happening, all? I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. I'm going to add that video back in a second, but for now, we are live. I think I haven't been live in quite some time, but I'm going to re-upload that video really quick because I'm going to show you guys a little bit of the behind the scenes of Challenge Mania. From this weekend. And then I'm going to give you
what's poppin', family. It's a rainy day today. I want to give y'all an inside scoop of what a Challenge Mania event looks like. A lot of y'all have only seen them through my page, so I'm going to show you some behind the scenes of how they actually operate. I'm on my way right now to City Winery. I should be there in about an hour. We got the biggest name, the biggest star in Challenge history. CT is going to be in the building tonight, so I'm very excited about that. And I will talk to you guys soon.
I need to be stretching everybody, sharing everything out. And
no, I feel like I've been going to All Stars. People are gonna have the icy hot on deck, and I'm like, yo, let me get one of those here. Thank you. No, I appreciate it. A little higher, thanks. No, you good? I got it. Just a little twist, man. Oh, thank you.
I feel like on All Stars they have those containers with the days of the week with the pills in them, and they come out. Cyrus,
Do you already got the tennis ball sliced out for you for the walker?
By the way, it really was, I mean, we were all really happy that All Stars was going to be on TV and we could watch it, but I was so jealous that, like, during the pandemic, especially here in New York, like, none of us could do absolutely anything. And the only people who were having any fun or doing anything that resembled a vacation were people on the challenge.
I know, right?
Like, yeah, we get to go to Iceland.
That's so
and do all
true.
this cool,
We're
and
doing
go
nothing.
party in bars, even if they were fake bars in the backyard, as CT was saying. How weird was that, by the way, to have to film, like, cool.
West and Jordan.
I'm married.
Oh, I mean, CT will marry Two of you.
I'm killing Jordan. I'll beat the brakes off Banana.
Who do you want to answer that?
To the wheels fall!
Yeah, it's just so I'm okay. So if I came off like, I appreciate you saying, were you concerned that it was a trigger for me? But no, it's not. No, we're here. This is, yeah.
It's crazy to me. Like, I'm looking at your face right now.
Standing here in this line. This is how crazy it gets when CT. When CT is here, that's how crazy it gets in here.
Okay, job. Very nice.
We got Derek in the building.
From our hotel, it's gonna be like 5 miles away. It took us 45 minutes. Yeah. Insane. I don't want to go there. Yo, D-Dog. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. I'm coming.
This is the craziest.
I'm coming.
This is the craziest line I've ever had. Are all the ones that CT's at like this?
Derek!
Because I have to be like
What are you doing?
Taking a video.
you, like you're great. So I don't ever have to like flex on you. Only some people.
Am I on the internet?
No.
Am I on the internet?
Here's the thing.
Everyone's filled in.
So like,
Sorry about that, y'all. I didn't even realize I was muted. I was just saying that was just a few video highlights of the night. It might not look like much because that was basically how the night went. Um, I've been to maybe 5, I think at this point. I think I went to 5 prior Challenge Mania events. None were like this. This was like going in the building and seeing an actual main stage celebrity. And I don't even mean that in an insulting way or anything like that. I love the challenge. And there's some challengers I'd love to meet even more than meeting somebody who is some A-lister or something. But the crowd in there, it was just like an A-lister. Because the other events that I went to, some of them had several challengers. I went to one of them that had almost a whole All Stars 2 cast in there, like half of them. It had Nehemiah, it had Tina, it had John A, it had Mark Long. Derek was there, of course, he's one of the co-hosts. It had Sylvia, it had a lot of them there in New York. And even that was more orderly than this. Like those ones, you didn't have lines that were that massive. You could just walk up to people at different times during the night, walk up to the challengers, say hi to them, have conversations, snap some pictures. This one was like, there's CT and there's everybody else. So Scott, who is one of the co-hosts of these Challenge Mania events, flat out just made that announcement when they finished with the stage show. The clips that I had at the beginning of this were of the stage show portion. So if you've never been to one of these events, what they do is the guests, the challengers come out on stage first and they sit down, and Scott does like an interview where he asks them different questions, and then at the end of that there's a Q&A portion where they go into the audience and the fans can ask questions. So I wanted to ask a question. I didn't get to ask my question because I didn't have one of the mega VIP seats. There's extra money where you could sit right by the stage, and they seemed to give all the questions to the people who were right in front of the stage. But anyways, people just asked questions. They asked about the Bananas backpack. They asked if CT's coming back, which he said he would for an All-Stars. Also up there, if I can remember, Sophia, Enzo, Ronnie, Sophia, Enzo, Ronnie. There was somebody else, Devin, and Dom. So there was like 5 other people there. But Scott got on the mic when they were done with the Q&A, and he was like, there's the CT line and there's the other lines. And he was like, you can meet all the other 5 people within 10 minutes if you want. The CT line is going to be long. So I remember being at that exact location before, and the lines were pretty long for the people that we were seeing at that time. But long line was like 20 minutes, something like that. This CT line, there was 2 rooms, and he was at the back by the wall in the other room. And when I got in line, I was at the back of the other side of the room, the first room. Wait time to see him, unless you had paid extra. There was a fast pass that you could pay extra money to go see him immediately. And there were certain level tiers of VIP tickets that you could get that skipped the line. They had like a skip the line pass or badge. It was kind of like a Comic-Con, really. And then everybody else, he was like, stand in the line, and hopefully within the next 3 hours, you'll get to see him. The line was big and crazy. a couple of almost fights broke out. They were both around me too. Like one of them happened right in front of me. The other one was like a little bit behind me, and one of them almost involved me, but none of them actually turned physical. But people were getting physical in this line to get to the front to see him. Like some people were willing to stand in an orderly fashion, like I was, and just wait your turn to get up to him. And other people were like, "Ugh, I'm throwing elbows." I'm like, nah, I'm not willing to act like an animal to see anybody. Like, that's crazy to me. But I think that I was in line for about, let's see, I think the line started lining up about 7, and I think that I saw CT a little bit after 9. So I stood in that line for over 2 hours, and that was with skipping the line. That was with a friend, you know, being like, "Come up here." And that's the only reason why I waited 2 hours. Otherwise, I probably would have waited 3 to 4 hours. But anyways, when I got up to him after all that waiting and all that standing in line, I thought that I was gonna have a bunch of challenge questions for him. But really, the clips that you guys saw me post up here, you might not be able to hear the audio too clearly. But I was just like, I'm a big fan. I've been watching you for all these years. Then the first thing that came to my mind was like, I buried my dad on Monday, and he was like, she's just like, that's heavy, man. And then he actually spent the next maybe 5 minutes just giving me tips about loss. And he was like, don't try to be a tough guy. Don't try to mask your feelings. Don't try to pretend like everything is okay. And I'm just looking at him like, wow, I'm so surprised that this is the conversation that I'm having with CT. I thought I would be really cracking jokes with him. I thought that I would be just asking him, talking to him about Banana's backpack or punching people in the face or some of his famous challenge of real world moments. But no, he really, the stuff he gave me was really nice, and it was just what I needed to hear at that time. Thank you so much. If you ever see this video, CT, thank you so much for what you said. You are the GOAT. You're the GOAT on the show. Wes is still my favorite challenger. I still got to say, Wes is number one. But in terms of just stardom, meeting CT is just like incredible. He's very down to earth. The ladies left there happy that night because he was lifting people, he was giving them kisses, he was listening to marriage proposals. Somewhat single CT is a menace. But overall, it was a fun night. I met people that I made friends with in line. We had a lot of laughs. We encountered what could have been really tense or intense moments with things that were happening with the fans in the crowd, because boy, those fans were crazy and on something, because I never dealt with fans like that at any event, especially not a Challenge Mania event. This was pretty wild. But after meeting him, I was able to go around and speak to the others. Sophia, Dom, who was the other one? Sophia, Dom. I don't think that I got to Devin, but I had met Devin before. Devin is really nice in person. Enzo, that was the other one. I had a good conversation with Enzo. I talked to him about All Stars, and I was like, yo, you are the happiest second place winner that I've ever seen. And he was telling me the first season when he got in second place, the first season that he did, he was like, he was really angry about that. But then he was like, the second season that he was on, which was the All-Star season, he said Cody got that. He said Cody was killing it. I knew that if I made final 2, I wasn't going to win the big prize. So I was just happy to get that far again and to be my age, make it all that way. And that's why he was so happy and excited when he won. But that was my Challenge Mania experience. It's not really fan friendly. There was just a lot of standing, a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion. But at the same time, very happy that I got to meet CT. CT's a really nice, dope, down to earth dude. I had fun overall. You know, you make things fun because I know there's a lot of people that have complaints about the same event that I was at, but you make things fun. You make your own fun wherever you go. And I guess lastly, I'm still trying to figure out how to create my own events because I just love going to these events. I love the atmosphere and I would love to be a host. So if you guys have any ideas, drop them in the comments and let me know what you think. And in the meantime, thanks for being a supporter of my page. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, help boost me in the algorithm. Hit the notification bell to get notified of when I drop some more great content. And I will talk to y'all soon.